Welcome back, GBA fans! Breakneck Blitz'in is back again, and here's Lebanon to bring it right in.
Welcome back, GBA fans, to the Breakneck Blitz'in. We have ourselves one heck of a show today. We have the former host of Around the Rhyhorn. Yes, that show that is no longer around because some guy was a jerk a long time ago. But anyway, we are going to have a great time with Skylar, former host of Around the Rhyhorn. We're going to be doing some things up here, analyzing some of the matches that were out there, talking about some problems that were going on, and at the end of the day, taking one of those problem Pokemon to a place I like to call the woodshed. Folks, stick around. There's going to be one heck of a show. Shadow, it's great to be back again, isn't it, Shadow? Man, I'm just happy to be back in here. This is going to be one heck of a great week. What do you think, buddy?
I'm glad to be back, as usual. I think it's going to be a great show today.
We have ourselves a great guest up in here. We have our boy Skylar, a coach in the NPA, actually, and more importantly, a former analyst for the GBA as the show host for Around the Rhyhorn. You know what? We want to have him back in this show just because there's been some bad blood going on between us and the Around the Rhyhorn folks. They got really mad after we burned their show down. It was an accident, but more importantly, we want to get him back in the mix and make sure there's no hard feelings. So Skylar, how are you doing, man? How are you doing? Welcome back onto the GBA channel. Welcome to Breakneck Blitz'in. Skylar?
I would still have a show on the GBA channel if it wasn't for that one guy. I think he went by Leoben. I don't know. It started with an L and ended with Evanant. He kind of came to wherever I hosted the show, and with gasoline and a flamethrower, and then he just poured gasoline on my venue and burnt it to the ground with his flamethrower. And I'm really upset about it. I would like an apology, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna find this guy ever again.
Shadow, can you give me some help here, buddy?
You're on your own, Evo. I'm gonna be back in a bit.
Oh my gosh. Look, Skylar, I have you on the show this week to try to, end the bad blood between us. I don't want any bad blood.
Yeah.
I'm not Taylor Swift, okay? Look,
Yeah, okay.
I want to offer you an olive branch. Will you please just let me hand you this olive branch and let's just work this out like rational adult type thingies. Okay, I'm gonna pass this over to you, okay? So here you go. This is just,
How did it turn into a pen?
I'm not sure. Does it work?
Oh, it works.
It works?
Hey, it works.
Well, there you go.
Okay,
So
I'll accept this on one condition.
What?
One condition.
there's no conditions here, man. You just accept
There is a condition.
Okay, fine. What's the condition?
You will say that Around the Rhyhorn is the greatest show to have ever existed.
No, I'm not doing that. I am not doing that.
Then take your olive branch back. I will throw this at you.
Fine, throw it back at me, buddy. Throw it back at me. What you gonna do?
Well, no,
Oh!
okay. Hold on, guys. I'm here to talk about week 1 of the GBA because a lot of stuff happened. All right, Levo, are you okay? Is your eye poked out?
I mean, it'll grow back. I'm like Piccolo.
All right, but anyways, guys, let's talk about what happened in the GBA week 1.
You left a scar. You left a scar. Freaking jerk. Fine. Let's just do what we're here to do. Have fun and talk about the GBA. So you know what, Skylar? If you can behave yourself, you can stay on the show. That sound good?
Only if you say Around the Rhyhorn is the greatest show ever.
Let's just move on. Look, guys, we're gonna be analyzing some stuff today about the GBA. And when we get back, we're gonna talk about one of the key matches where things got a little too real for a certain member of the GBA. So Skylar, I'm just gonna ask you, man. Let's just keep it cool. But did you see the match this week between the Sawsbucks and the Arcaniners, man? That was a match.
No, I actually didn't.
Well, man, I'm just gonna tell you right now. Stall so hard, Wall Breaker's trying to body me.
Oh, you're so cool referencing JG.
I am. I feel like I am.
You're so cool.
I
That's
think
so
I am
great.
too. That was great. That was a little Shadow. Come on now. I was expecting you to jump on that and start breaking out some hardcore rap game right there, and just be like, "Who's your girl? Grab her hand," and whatever. Just start messing that song off right there. But anyway,
I mean, I can drop a beat if you want.
Maybe later. Okay, maybe later.
All right.
But when it comes down to it, guys, that match was cray because Cresselia just basically just did some work. Okay, I want to show you guys some of the match footage right there, and let's just talk about this a little bit more in detail. So let's pull up that match footage right now.
Hi, I'm George, coach of the San Francisco Arcaniners.
And I'm Cresselia.
And today, oh god, no, what are you doing now? Get off me!
No.
Get off!
No.
What are you doing?
No.
Get off me, Cresselia!
No.
Yeah!
I don't think that's the match footage.
What are you talking about? That's totally the match footage.
That was just some dude sitting on some other dude.
Shadow, you told me this is the match footage. This is the match footage, isn't it?
Yeah, I literally ripped this straight from the replay code.
That's the replay code right there. That's the replay code right there.
I really doubt that.
This is 100% the replay code, okay?
What's the replay code then?
www.55423631 XZWP.
That is 100% the replay code. You
That
see,
was-
Levo
You're
knows
right.
the replay code by
You're
heart.
right. You're right.
That is
You're
the
right.
exact match footage, okay? Look.
I
Let's
stand corrected.
let's watch it one more time and just kind of understand. Let's talk about what happened right there because there were some mistakes made on George's part right there. Okay, let's pull this back up. Let's talk about this. Let's more theoretically. So right here, we see right here. This is the very opening part of the scene right there. Our boy. He's at the end. This is the end of the battle right here. And you can see Cresselia just not letting him back up. Let's just back it up real fast. So, first off, George makes a strong introduction right here, but obviously, Battler X, who's holding the camera, obviously, for this battle, he's obviously holding the camera, right, Shadow?
Yep.
So, Battler X is holding the camera, and after George just makes his first initial introduction, he just brings in Cresselia and just says, look, I've got this at this point. And from that point going forward, man, Cresselia just bends him over. You see right there, it just bends him over, right there, just throws him on the ground, right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Skylar, have you ever seen anyone manhandle someone that bad?
I have never seen anyone, especially with Cresselia, just literally pick the man up in a fireman's carry, suplex him to the ground, and just sit there.
I mean,
just be like, this is my new chair.
I mean, this is just aggressive. Shadow, please tell me, would you have a chance in this situation? I know you're a great battler and all, but would you actually have a chance in this situation if Cresselia just did this to you right here?
Yeah, Cress just kind of sits on entire teams, and I have fallen victim to that, and it's been pretty rough.
And you can see right here, he's squirming. He's trying to get up, but Cresselia is just sitting there. I mean, you feel bad for George at this point, but you just gotta, at the end of the day, you just gotta look at George in the eye and go, look, Cresselia just sat on you. Okay, you let it happen. You can't get mad about it. You gotta move on to the next week. Skylar, how would you move on from a match like this where Cresselia just sat on you?
I mean, I kind of do it how I move on from my relationships and, just kind of get a side hoe, but I don't think George can do that.
So what you're suggesting is that George goes out and finds a new girlfriend this week?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Not exactly.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know what he means. I know what he's saying. He's not meaning a new girlfriend. He's just meaning a new friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shadow?
Bit meaning on strictly business terms.
Okay.
Strictly business.
Shadow, I gotta ask you right now, would Expert Belt Tapu Koko with Hidden Power Ground stand a chance against Cresselia right here?
It's a coin toss. I'd say it's 50-50 right there. 50-50 chance.
This is a serious question, Shadow, because like I said, Cresselia, just the carnage that Cresselia put on this man right here. Just, George, I want to wish you the best of luck in your recovery this week. I know you suffered some internal bleeding from this battle, and I just wish you the best of luck, going forward. But guys, let's move on to another topic in this situation, guys. This has been one heck of a season so far, and I just am excited to see what other matches can have out there. So guys, what else happened in the GBA, this week? There were plenty of crazy stuff going on right there. Holy chicken sandwiches. Man.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I was watching the San Francisco Giants versus the Free State Torcats, and Gio brought the muscle, literally by bringing Conkeldurr with probably the best set ever, especially for this battle with Drain Punch, Mach Punch, Ice Punch, Knockoff with Iron Fist. Oh my goodness, did
That is
absolutely the best thing ever for his team.
That is not the best way to run Conkeldurr. I will tell you that right now.
It's not?
No,
What do you
I mean,
think?
I'll give you the Drain Punch and a knockoff. Like, those are two great moves, but I mean, that's not the best way to run Conkeldurr. Let's be real here.
No, it's the best way to run Conkeldurr.
No,
I don't
it's
understand.
not.
I mean, you can be entitled to your wrong opinion, but this is just fact right now.
It's not opinion. No. Okay, I have the facts, and you have what Donald Trump would call an alternative fact.
Are you kidding me?
Which is actually just false information.
I'm guessing you didn't watch this battle either. I mean,
I watched all the battles except for the one that George had. I didn't have time to watch that one.
Guys, look. You guys both have opinions. Let's settle it in showdown. All right?
All right.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go.
Let's do this, guys. Let's do
Go.
this. Conk fights. All right, so guys, we're now in the actual match. Now, I want a clean fight, okay, guys? You are both in here representing your own individual Conkeldurr. Now, when I say go, you guys make sure to make them feel like the other one's not a bro. So when it comes down to it, guys, I want, like I said, no low shots, no critical hits, no shenanigans, and most importantly, no banned moves. Now, are you ready to rumble?
I am ready to rumble.
Then get it on.
all right, fine. You know, Levo, you said this would be a clean fight, but the problem is it's not gonna be very clean when there's blood just all over the stadium.
I don't know, man. I'm seeing some blood right there. What? Okay, we got a power-up punch. What just happened? I didn't see the power-up punch actually take effect, though. What happened right there? Was someone on
That
cocaine?
That's sheer force.
Is that sheer force?
Is that sheer force power-up punch removing yourself an ability? Oh my gosh. Somebody made a mistakey
I
stakey.
forgot it was sheer force.
Bloodshed everywhere.
Bloodshed
Look at it.
whiz everywhere. Shadow, what was
Look
that?
at that set. Tell me it's not a good set.
Shadow Link, ladies and gentlemen. Shadow Link. What is going on? You know, first you're the Tapu Koko expert. Now, are you the Conkeldurr expert also?
Yes, I'm very, very much an expert.
Let's try this again.
Oh. He says I want a rematch. Well, folks, let's get ready for round two. All I know, guys, is that you guys are both in the match. And like I said, I want a clean fight once again. Keep all shots above the belt. No critical hits. Let's get ready to rumble. Go. What do you have, Shadow? What do you have up in there?
What do I have? I have the finest set in the world. I don't know what else you want me to say.
I feel like you're just.
Pretty much
I
all
mean,
the time.
oh my gosh, 42% right here. What do we have here? 45%. I feel like Skylar's got a little bit of an edge right there.
Pathetic.
What is with the drain punches? What is with the drain punches?
Drain punch is an optimal move. I don't know what else you need to do.
I don't know what's getting ready to happen right here. Who will?
Geo's EV spread's perfect. Like,
Well, I don't know what's going on right here. Who is going to win this match again?
I think it's pretty obvious.
Oh
when
my
you
gosh,
see
Shadow Link.
Conkeldurr, the best Conkeldurr in the world. No debates. I'm sorry. Facts.
Gentlemen, that's 2 in a row now. That's 2 in a row. Shadow Link. What is going on, Shadow Link?
You know,
Good
I went to college.
nights.
Went to college. Studied Conkeldurr for 4 years. Came out with a PhD. Not disappointed. Not disappointed.
PhD in Conkeldurr. What else do you know out there? Skylar, look, don't let it beat you up too hard. Apparently, this Conkeldurr set is just that good. All right, it's pretty good, isn't it?
I mean, Mach Punch didn't knock him out from 33%. So.
I know it happens. It happens. Look, let's just move on to something else right now, because I can tell that you're not exactly thrilled with the fact that just the dominance of Shadow Link versus the great with the great set from Geo just worked out perfectly. I mean, that's a combination that makes a Brad Pitt baby. Okay. Conk fights. Now, folks, we're back again, and when it comes down to it, you know, you may see a little showdown window open right here with a little golem on the screen. Now, when it comes down to it, folks, we have this open right here because one very important thing is missing from the Generation 7 meta right now that really, in a lot of ways, helped neutralize hard threats in leagues to a certain extent by giving us one more tool for certain Pokemon to use to go forward. And that was, of course, the Custap berry. A berry that I personally myself have a little bit of a love affair for. I love the custap killers, man. Because like I said, what a custap berry does, it allows you to be able to go first in the priority order next. On the very next turn, which means that you can basically get whatever shot you want off ahead of all the other Pokemon. That way, you're not having to deal with if your Pokemon's getting outsped, it can still go first. So Pokemon that utilize this thing very, very well are slower Pokemon that have the sturdy ability, Pokemon that have explosion, things like that. Vol, what are your thoughts on Custap Berry being gone? Is right.
I'm
exactly.
Done. I'm done.
Exactly.
I'm done. I can't do it. Nope, I'm done. I'm done. I'll see you in another life. Goodbye.
Exactly. We miss the Custap Berry so much. Shadow, when it comes down to it, so many times I've had the Custap Berry be so effective for me in trying to body out certain things. I've actually used it on Dusknoir several times, more importantly. Dusknoir, of course, being a great Custap Berry user with Destiny Bond. I've used it to take out Lopunnies. I've used it to take out I used it once to take out a Choice Scarfed Kieran Black against my team, and it's just really useful in a lot of ways. What are your thoughts now with Custap Berry gone?
Custap Berry being gone is actually pretty huge because, like you said, like slower Pokemon was sturdy and like Golem and Fortress. I was very scared when I was in Oras UU meta when I saw Fortress on the other team, and if I didn't see leftovers and I got down to sturdy, I was gonna be kind of scared because I might just get exploded on. I might just get hit up with a gyro ball that's actually gonna destroy my life. And I always had it in the back of my head, and every time that happened, I'd be like, well, great, now I just lost like 50 million HP. Maybe it didn't kill me, but it put me in kill range. So Custap Berry was definitely very useful for at least playing things in kill range.
Did you say very useful?
I didn't mean to. But
yes, you did. You said very useful. No, it's true, though, because like I said, you're right, because one of the biggest utilizers of this that kept it in the UU meta for so long was Fortress. Fortress having the Custap Berry made it a great Pokemon in leagues, made it a great Pokemon in ladders, because like I said, it allows you to get that one more option off. It's kind of like, I remember watching a movie one time, and it was actually, I believe it was Full Metal Jacket, or it was either Full Metal Jacket or some other movie where the drill sergeant talking to his Marines, and he goes, "Marines, you can always do one more thing. You can always do one more thing before you die." And that's how I feel like the Custap Berry works. It allows you to get that one more thing off before you die. Be it a hard-hitting explosion, be it an extra layer of either stealth, of either spikes or T-spikes or whatever, be it a Destiny Bond to drag the person to hell with you, be it whatever you need. The Custap Berry was a great way to be able to get those spike kills, those spike hits. And now with that gone, you're right. It adds a whole new dimension to the meta in a lot of ways of draft leagues with that being gone. Do you think that most of the Pokemon that utilize it, like Golem, Fortress, Dusknoir, are they less useful now, severely crippled in a lot of ways, or is it more of a personal style basis in your opinion?
I think that they're a little bit more useless. To be completely honest, now that Custap Berry is gone, you just don't have to worry about it. You really just don't have to worry about it. So you could be like, oh, I could just stay in and just, I don't know, go for knockoff again. I don't care. I don't have to worry about getting exploded on or worry about hazards going up again. I know I outspeed this thing. I don't have to worry about priority or anything because they don't get priority. So right. It's just basically it helps everything else because you just don't have to worry about it. That's it. That's all it comes down to.
That's what I'm feeling like too in a lot of ways, Shadow. And with that being the case, it's a serious aspect that we want you guys to be aware of going forward in this season, because with that gone now, so much of the game has changed, and it may not seem like a big deal, but it really is for those certain Pokemon that would actually utilize this, or even slower Pokemon elsewhere that would actually be able to utilize this in a surprise format meta, like the counter team is. Now, we're going to try to get Skylar back up in here. When we get back, we're going to talk about a certain Pokemon that was on our boy Gator's team that really is turning into a problem. Right, Shadow?
Oh, yeah. Big problem.
So we'll see you back in a second, folks. So we're back again, guys. And like I said, we have a little bit of match footage up here right now from the match between Gator and his opponent this week. And when it came down to it, man, Gator did a really good job in utilizing a Pokemon that's going to be very difficult to deal with in league format week in, week out, it's one of those Pokemon that's very frail, but at the same time can just turn into a monster, right? Gator whooped that trick, didn't he, guys?
I would like to say that it could be a burden to other people's teams.
Woo! That was punny. That was so punny. But when it comes down to it, guys, let's get started right now. Let's get started right there. Let's get this video footage rolling right here. And like I said, you see the sub. The sub is up now. Right now, believe it or not, Hawlucha's at 1.5 right now for its attack. It's already using SD against the Landorus right here. So it gets the move off right there. Goodbye, Lando T. Lando T is gone. Now, earlier in the match, Hawlucha did come in and get a kill earlier on. So now we're dealing with freaking Dragonite. We're dealing with freaking Dragonite. Now, Dragonite's E-Speed, of course, E-Speed is a resisted hit right there. But boom, there it comes. And goodbye.
E-Speed's not resisted.
Well, it didn't do enough damage to actually hurt him. My bad. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, there goes that bomb right there. And like I said, so this is basically, like I said, you've seen just it's down to two Pokemon against that Hawlucha, and Hawlucha just, like I said, bodies the last two Pokemon that are in here because, like I said, here's the thing: the Unburden boost is already popped. So Acrobatics is hitting at 110 at this point. You have whatever Hawlucha wants to do. Hawlucha can do it, essentially, at this point. Because Hawlucha's at 1.5 times, and we see an HJK, which was meant to hit the Empoleon, and even that just took out the base Lord Pelipper. What do you have to say about that right there, Shadow?
I don't either that's not defensive Pelipper or Hawlucha's way too strong.
Bye-bye, Toilet Bird.
Bye-bye, Toilet Bird.
Literally.
And right here, yes, we're able to see a kill happen against the Hawlucha. Hawlucha finally goes down. But like I said, if that Aqua Jet didn't hit, if this Aqua Jet right here did not hit, if he didn't choose Aqua Jet right there, then, Hawlucha finishes the game off with 5 kills, 0 deaths instead of 4 kills, 1 death. Guys, that's a monster right there. That's a monster right there, guys. If you look over the actual Pokemon itself, it's always been a scary Pokemon in a lot of ways. When you have the combination of Unburden boost and Citrus Berry with an already fast Pokemon, you can utilize that so well by being able to just basically pop substitutes in there, pop subs in there, and finally until it pops your Unburden boost itself, which of course makes Acrobatics double in power, goes from 55 to 110 base power, which is what causes a lot of issues going forward. Hawlucha as itself attack is not very, very prevalent. It's not the strongest attack in the world, right? Right, Skylar?
I mean, no, but then you give it that Unburden boost, and it's kind of cuts to the point where it's like Slurpuff, which Belly Drum Slurpuff with its Unburden boost. Granted, it's not +6, but it's still just like, oh, Jesus, what do I do?
Yeah, because
you have a Mon that basically has 2 Choice Scarfs on it, but can also switch moves, and it's just like, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's like, what do you do at that point? At that point, you just go into your fetal position and just kind of figure out what you're going to do. So, like Shadow, I know that you're an amazing battler, right? Mm-hmm. When you see a Hawlucha, what do you feel in your heart whenever you see Hawlucha against you this week?
How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel?
I feel fear in my heart. I fear for myself. I fear for my family. I fear for my family's family. I fear for my family's doctor. That's probably going to have to take care of all of them. It's pretty bad. Hawlucha is definitely a threat. You cannot sleep on that thing for a second.
And when it's on your side of the field, how does that make you feel?
I feel powerful. I feel like a man. Call me big boy man right now. Because I feel like I'm on top of the... I used Hawlucha in my leagues, and let it be known, the only thing that has prevented me from winning with it is a misclick. You can see that on my channel, but you have to go digging for it.
Misclick, he says.
It was a misclick. I swear on my life, it was a misclick. But
sure.
That's my my bold prediction. That is my bold prediction that someone will miss playoffs in like one of the last weeks of the season because of a misclick.
It happens. It happens, man. But, they are real occasionally, and more real in the GBA format than they are in Showdown leagues, because in Showdown leagues, like I said, you always have the back out button. But in GBA, you don't have the back out button, which is super deadly right there. That can almost be your worst enemy. But guys, look, serious thing though, when it comes down to it, man, Hawlucha may be an issue, but don't worry, guys, don't worry. Mega Gardevoir is out there. We can use Mega Gardevoir and just take it down and whatnot, right, guys?
Levo. Mega Gardevoir is unreleased in the Summon meta. You do know this, right?
Oh, wow, that's so. Of course it is. Of course it is. Guys,
Levo.
Like this is scary. This is scary though. Without Mega Gardevoir, and Mega Altaria, I don't know. Shadow, what can we do?
Well, Levo, I know where there's one place we can take Hawlucha.
Where can we take it?
I think it's time that we bring the woodshed to the GBA.
Woo! Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we're going to take Hawlucha to the woodshed. And welcome back, folks. This is the Woodshed here. Now, granted, guys, this is a new taste for the GBA channel. But when it comes down to it, this is a long-time favorite of me and my boy Shadow down below. Shadow, tell me what to do.
All right, what we're going to do right now, guys, is we're going to take this Hawlucha, bring it to the woodshed, and when it comes back out, it's going to look like it just got ran over by a truck. Completely. Goodbye.
Dead. Hashtag dead. Hashtag dead sauce. Kind of like your boss. That's right. The one that you allegedly buried outside in the backyard. That's what's getting ready to happen right here. Look, we're going to take Hawlucha outside, leave it in the body bag, and make sure no one ever finds it again. This sauce is getting ready to get bucketed. So, guys, when it comes down to it, we are no longer restricted by tiers, so we're just going to have some fun and break some rears. And when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, Hawlucha is going to look a little awkward. Right? Now, let's get this tight. We got the Hawlucha up in here, guys. We got ourselves Hawlucha. You guys know it very well. The Unburdened Boost set from hell. Substitute, Swords Dance. You mess up, all of a sudden it's at +2 or +3 behind a sub, and then the Unburdened Boost goes off and doubles the power of Acrobatics. And then, of course, now most folks will run Drain Punch or HJK. We saw Gator use HJK this week. He could use Drain Punch also to keep that HP high. But guys, when it comes down to it, man, that attack stat after one Sword Dance goes through the roof. We're looking at a 560 power attack right there, over a 560 attack right there, which just puts some serious pressure on all offense, especially with an Acrobatics in the face. Guys, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is the problem right here with the Lucha, and now we're going to get ready to body bag it and send it back to Mexico without any water this week. Because that Lucha Libre door is getting ready to see the door. And by the door, I mean the boot. Because, guys, we're putting on the Donald Trump hats this week and getting ready to boot him out of our country. And by a country, I mean meta, because we're getting ready to rock this setup. So, Shadow, what do you got? What do you got for our first Pokemon to spank this thing?
All right, so our first Pokemon that's absolutely going to destroy Hawlucha is Sylveon. Sylveon at leftovers with Hyper Voice, Calm Mind, Psyshock, and Shadow Ball. We're running very specific investments so that we can easily just tank a hit upon switch in. If it's behind a sub, it's no problem. We got Hyper Voice, and Hyper Voice is going to go Sucker Punch right through that sub, and literally just Hawlucha just drops. You don't even need any investment. If you're a man, you run 0 investments, all right? Because it straight up body bags a Hawlucha. No matter how much you prep for it. I'm sorry, Hyper Voice is just gonna scream at you, and then Hawlucha's dead. Goodbye. Sayonara.
So you're saying that literally I could just rock in there with Hyper Voice by itself, no other moves on there, no Calm Minds on there. I literally could have just Hyper Voice by itself with no moves and just walk in there and body bag Hawlucha.
If you're a man, that's what you do.
Well, guys, when it comes down to it, I've always been a man. At least I think I'm a man. And that's what we're going to be able to do right there. Because, guys, remember one thing always. Unless you have protection, you're going to get that Sylveon ejection. Woo! I went there. But, guys, we got a friend of mine in the house tonight. He's getting ready to show you guys the next Pokemon and how it feels right. Skylar, hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next Pokemon is Chandelure.
Ooh!
Now, Chandelure has Infiltrator, which is basically like Hyper Voice, but on all your moves. It goes behind the substitute, it doesn't care. Now, even if you get Chandelure in, while Hawlucha has a substitute up, has a Swords Dance, and has a Sun Burden boost, it would have to be at +4 to knock you out with an Acrobatics, and even then, it's a roll at 31% chance to kill. Woo! Now, but if you're running Psychic on your Chandelure, it's a 103% chance low roll to kill, but if you do at least like 20% to Hawlucha, you can knock it out with a Shadow Ball.
So basically, this thing's already had 1 sub damage up at this point and hasn't used any Drain Punches or anything like that, and it has its natural damage from that. You could just use Shadow Ball and lock into it to kill from the stretch. That is unbelievable right there, guys. When it comes down to it...
And that's Choice Scarf. That's not even Choice Specs.
So what we're talking about right here is that this...
If it's Choice Specs, a Shadow Ball knocks it out guaranteed.
Boom. So what we're talking about right here, guys, is that basically Shandi just makes this thing get Gandhi. And by Gandhi, I mean in the dirt. Make that boy squirt. Woo! When it comes into it. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little too up in here. Shadow, show me some love again. Show me some ugly love right here. Show me some ugly love.
Alright, so for our next Pokemon, we got Crobat, or as I like to call it, Probat, because he's a professional who knows what he's doing, unlike these untalented, just terrible Hawlucha players. They think they're good. They think they're amazing, but they're not, because Crobat eats up a high jump kick, it eats up a drain punch, it's 4 times resisted. It's literally going to eat it up for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, midnight snacks, whatever you want. And this set I like a lot because we have Infiltrator yet again, so if he's behind a sub, it's no problem. We're going to eat it up. We're going to eat up any hit. Like I said, we have White Herb with Curse. Now, what I like about White Herb and Curse is you could just basically get +1 attack, +1 defense, and you get no... You don't have to worry about -1 in speed at all. So you can just run Adamant, and it's goodbye. Brave Bird kills it. Zen Headbutt's gonna kill it. Like, I don't know what else you want from me. Like, it's just gone.
Now, let me just make sure that we understand each other, Shadow. Now, also with the Infiltrator ability, we are able to just pop in there from the stretch without even using the White Herb Curse boost from the stretch. Are we able to kill from the stretch right there, just going forward, hitting it in the face with a Brave Bird, with a Zen Headbutt? Do either one of those kill from the stretch, the Hawlucha?
Brave Bird will definitely kill, but if you're a man and you're confident, you use Curse beforehand.
So what you're saying is if you're Battler X, because X is going to give it to you.
Oh yeah, if you're Battler X, you definitely do this right now.
You hear it first, ladies and gentlemen. Crobat sends that Hawlucha back in the dumpster and kicks it in the Ducha. If you don't know what a Ducha is, guys, get ready to stick around, because it's getting ready to get ugly up in here. You can kiss mine later. What? Just kidding around, guys. When it comes down to it, now, Skylar, I got a feeling that you're getting ready to bring some heat at me. You're getting ready to bring some heat at me. So what do you got, Skylar? What do you got? We got
Not
2 more
exactly
lines.
heat, but I'm going to shock you. I'm going to shock you with Zapdos. Now, Zapdos, it's very defensive mon, and so if you're running max defense, an Adamant Hawlucha with max attack at +6 only does a maximum of 90% to Zapdos. So you either have to crit or run Choice Band on Hawlucha to knock it out. But let's be real, who's going to choice themselves into high jump kick?
Crackheads?
I mean, you have to have some iron balls to do that.
Just some iron nuts.
Zapdos, with no investment in special attack and a bold nature, does 89.5 to 105.7% with a Volt Switch to a Hawlucha. So you have that substitute down. You use Volt Switch, but you don't have to. But you can just Thunderbolt. I mean, you can just Thunderbolt twice, knock this Hawlucha gone. Goodbye.
So what you're saying right there is that Zapdos, at the end of the day, as this Pokemon is so aptly named, will make this thing be 100% toast.
Yeah, you gotta try twice because you Zapdos.
Woo!
Oh!
Little Pokemon time for reference up in there.
And then, even then, you can just roost off all your damage.
So basically, just sit there, tank it, and then occasionally spank it. That's what I'm calling body bag right here. But guys, we got one more Pokemon up in here, and I'm taking the wheel for this one right here. Because guys, I ain't playing no more games up in here. All right, you guys been playing that little weak old Humpty Bumpty. You know what? It's time for some man sauce up in here. And by man sauce, I mean some girl power up in here. Yeah. Where's my pink hat at? Where's my pink shirt at? I need to get my pink shirt. But you know what? I don't have one, so you know what? Just That's right. We're getting real up in here. You know what, guys? When it comes down to it, I'm tired of you guys being weak up in this Humpty Bumpty. Get that Cresselia in there. Just sit in front of it. Just sit in front of it and say, what you want? What you want? What do you want? You know what you got? You got over a period of time some death. Because Cresselia just sits there and tanks it like a beast. Because you know what Cresselia does? It sits on you. It sits on you so hard. It sits on you so hard and you can't do anything about it. You just die. And that's what happens right there, guys. Cresselia just does it, man. Because you know what you do right there? You just come in there. Hawlucha's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. And you start hitting that psychic attack. Hit that psychic attack. And all of a sudden, before it's all over, that boy is dead. And Hawlucha's like, I don't know what to do. Because you know why? Because it's dead. But guys, that's what I'm talking about right there. If you put together just one of these Pokemon, you can take care of Hawlucha any day of the week. Be it a Sylveon, be it a Conkeldurr, be it a Crobat, be it a Zapdos, or be it a Cresselia. That thing is just going to get rocked. So guys, Hawlucha may be scary, may be ugly, but Gator, get fugly. This is the Woodshed, folks. Shadow Link, tell me how they can help us out.
This is the Woodshed, folks. No matter what, when we see one Pokemon and you see it's a problem, it's really not a problem. We're gonna take it to the Woodshed. We're gonna run you through everything, all methods possible, and more, to absolutely destroy that one Pokemon, beat it down to the ground, make sure it doesn't exist ever again, and it's no longer a problem for you guys. No longer a problem at all. This has been the Woodshed.
Now, we're feeling some hype sauce up in here tonight, folks, but we're not going to end it just there. When we come back, we're got one more little thing for you guys to treat you guys right. Let's keep it real, folks. Let's keep it real. Woodshed out. Now, we're going to finish the show on a series of true hype train, like in the old school fashion. We've been seeing these Z poses pop up here or there because they actually are part of the magic that enacts the Z power, you know, because that all-out pummeling wouldn't be an all-out pummeling if some guy in the background wasn't doing this. So you know what, guys? We're going to do a little bit of series of our own personal Z poses right here. Shadow, lead us off. And you know what? Let's do this. My turn. Skylar, go. Stay tuned for next week, folks, because Breakneck Blitz'in is going to be back with more things that might sound whack. Have a good night, folks. And remember, always steal those kneecaps.